Okay, welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is a beautiful day here in England, and it is very welcome after several days of rain and wind. Today, we are going to talk about everyone's favourite subject, not just here in the UK, but in other places as well. Drum roll, please. Immigration. And I'll probably start with my thoughts on immigration. And my thoughts on immigration are that really it's like blaming fuel for Dieselgate. And the reason why I say that is because immigration is kind of, in my eyes, split in two halves. You've got the legal migration and the illegal migration. And the subject has really been dominated by, obviously, the illegal immigration, and of course driven by the small boats crossing the channel into the south of England. And so the immigration numbers overall are high. It is fair to say that. And so you kind of got two camps, really. You've got, on one side, you've got the people that say, well, surely these people have got a right to flee persecution, war, famine, which of course is correct. You know, they do have a right to seek a better life. And then on the other side, you've got the side that say, well, there's a process to follow to come into our country like any other country. And so should these people be following due process and come into the country the correct way, which I think is a fair assessment again, really. So you've got to meet somewhere in the middle, and under this circumstance, these people are making treacherous journeys and really risking their life. That is a busy channel, the English Channel. And so from a human rights perspective, yes, I think they should be able to seek a better life. But you've got these human traffickers that are making a lot of money out of them, which is really sad, because these people genuinely are getting in dinghies that you should be putting around off the coast on your beach holiday, and crossing a really busy channel. As I say, a lot of shipping, and if anyone's been on the ferry from the south of England over to France, you'll know that it is a hell of a crossing, and they do wait for the weather to improve, and then they make it. And you know, you're talking, God, you know, as many as they can fit in the boat, really. And at least some of these people are paying a lot of money, so there is that aspect to it. There really is, and I think it should be considered. But you know, there is also obviously the flip side to that, which of course is, you know, should they be doing what they're doing? Should they, you know, there's people that will follow due process and apply. So I've looked on gov.uk, so I've looked for the facts, because I think really that's the most important thing, is it, that we follow the facts, because anybody could spout out and say, well, you know, 10% of this is doing that, and you know, so I got on the gov website and I had a look, and basically the year ending September 24, and I am referring to my notes here, 36,949 were irregular arrivals. Now, irregular arrivals are basically illegal immigrants, and that made up 81% of all arrivals. So there is a lot. 100,000 claimed asylum, and 52% of that 100,000 were granted. And it only came out literally the other day that net migration in the UK is forecast to increase by 5 million people over the next decade. 5 million people. Now, you take into account, as I've discussed on previous videos, the public services that are really, really under strain here. And you've got to question, are we ready? From both sides of the argument, can we handle those numbers coming in? But also, are these people going to get the services? Because, everybody should have access to healthcare. And I think right now there's people not getting access to healthcare. There's people sat in ambulances outside A&E for 8+ hours. You can't get through to your doctor. There's all sorts of horror stories going on. So there's definitely a question to be raised about our immigration as a whole. And I think that we should be prioritizing, really. I think we should be prioritizing our economy. So what our economy needs as to the immigration that we have. Because I think at that point then, if we need doctors, we should be attracting doctors. And, you look at, take an example, Freddie Mercury, for example, he come across and look what he did for our economy. And that's what we should be seeking out. We should be seeking out the best people in this world to come to this country and provide, and drive our economy forward so that we all prosper. And again, going back to that, that's what we all want. We all want to do well. But it's one big team effort to achieve that. So on the back of that, I wanted to tag on another subject that's been a little bit controversial, and that is millionaires. So it's been reported that millionaires are leaving this country in their droves because of changes to tax, maybe just general living standards here they can see falling, although they're not struggling like most. So the UK in 2024 lost 10,800 millionaires. 10,800 millionaires. And you can say to yourself, well, look, let them go. If they want to go, let them go. No skin off our nose, we'll carry on. But I think it's important to recognise that, yes, you do get tax evasion from the wealthy because they can afford to do it and explore it. But also they do bring investment. They do bring investment to our country. They do bring business. If they're able to, they will up and take their business with them because it works for them. It's easier, So there's a real balance to be had. I think it comes back to the quality of people that we want in this country. And so question is, can we afford it? Can we afford to lose all these millionaires? They're taking their money and they're taking their business. And I don't think we can. I think we need to have a serious conversation about how we handle the millionaires. We want to attract them. We want them to stay here because if they start businesses and they employ people, that's brilliant. That's a good news story. They do bring investment and employment. Whether you like the character or not, I think there are pros as well as cons to the millionaires, but we can control the cons side to that argument. And the sad thing is no other country is losing as many millionaires, which I think is really sad because it says a lot about our country. So if you've got a millionaire who owns, I don't know, say random of 100 rental properties, well then he'll probably sell up them 100 rental properties. And yes, okay, you might get another one come and buy them, you know, but it's just risks that we take that upset the balance, you know. And as I said, you've got the businesses that go, which again is more retail space that might be gone, more empty shops, and the money that they do spend a lot of money, so they do pay their VAT, so they are contributing to the economy in more than one way. I'd like to know your thoughts on it, and I'm not in any way condoning the millionaires and their tax evasion, because I think everybody should pay their fair share. That is 100% right. But we've got to have a conversation about who we're losing and who we're gaining here, I think. And that's just a logical conversation. So yeah, I'm out having a beautiful walk. It really is gorgeous. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'd be really interested to hear other people's opinions. Like and subscribe if you would, please. And let's have a conversation, because I think what I really want to do is engage with people. That's what I've created this channel for, is to engage with you and talk about these issues. Because I think, and I will do something in the next video that's talking a little bit about how I think that between the left and the right, there is a centre ground that we can all get to. It's just people don't want us there. They want us to be divided because it's in their interests. So I'll leave it there. That's another video to come. And thanks for watching. See you on the next one.